practice is over. Qualifying is over. It is time to go racing at the fairgrounds. Up front will be Kyle Holden and AJ Gonsi on the front row, Jeff Hinkle and Gourmets on the second row, Greg McDaniel, Mark Nelson on the third row, Eric Stoy, DJ Kenner on the fourth, Mark Dantuma and William Mann Jr. rounding out the top 10, Kevin Reed in 11th, Ian Ogden in 12th. 13th will be Richie West of Pizza Pepper Gaming, Austin Hable 14th, William Mann Sr. in 15th, Rick Surgeon in 16th, Bill Percy in 17th. Harley Barletta currently 18th, though, seems to be struggling here a little bit. Matt Johnston in 19th, and look, the return of Cheryl Newman. She's back in the field in 20th. Aaron Mason 21st, and Chris Parker will start 22nd. Topher Baltimore in race control tonight. And Bryce dropping in to say, hey, that's why Gourmet is his favorite, because DIFA. Ain't that right, buddy? Hey, good evening, Aaron. This promises to be an epic show and a big week of racing ahead. Jones BS Racing returns tomorrow night. Tuesday night, for the first time ever, XCal goes to the Pocono Road Course. God help us all. And Wednesday night, the Nowski Nation returns with the Retro Trucks as their season comes to a close. And, of course, as always, American All-Star Dirt Series recruitment race Thursday night. That's going to be fun. Just waiting for all the drivers to get lined up and get rolling. And here they go. Pace car is going to lead him around one more time. 0.6 of a mile, and it's a day race here. Let's do a quick check and see what the track temps look like. Track temperature currently 86 degrees, 70 degree air temperature, so the track will get a bit slippery as it always does here. Down the back straightaway, pace car will drop off. Good call, Brycey Bear. Good call, buddy. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They fire and are away. A late green here at this track. The restart zone for all the future restarts, though, is just out of turn 4. Down the back straightaway, lap number 1. Still a lot of side-by-side. No problems in 1 and 2 yet, but oh, look at this. Some of the guys drove into turn 1 way deep. So a lot of cars sliding up the track. And look right in front of Richie West, DJ the Iceman, trying to find his way. A little bobble out of Kevin Reed in the 64. Meanwhile, the top part of the field starting to break away just a little bit. Kyle Holden in the lead. AJ in second. Garmin closing in. This is kind of Garmin's wheelhouse. William Mann Jr. has crashed. No caution yet. Let's see what happened to Jr. here. Likely something off of turn 4 would be my guess. There, off of turn 4, just gets a little loose. Hits the inside wall, gets spun around. Gets rolling again. He'll lose a ton of track position. Kyle Holden in the lead. Caution is out. Bill Percy involved this time. Wild Bill off of turn 2, gets a little, I could not tell if he just got loose or if he had a little help, but he ends up towing to pit road. Still could not tell from that angle. I know it was extremely close between him and William Mann Jr. No, that was just loose off the turn. Bit of a heartbreak there for Bill Percy. So Kyle Holden has led every lap so far. AJ to second, Garmin in third, Hinkle in fourth, McDaniel in fifth. Eric Stoy, Mark Dantuma, Kevin Reed, Richie West, and DJ the Iceman Kenner round out the top 10. See if we can get a quick word with William Mann Jr. Hey, Junior, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, Mr. Doug. How's it going?
Pretty good, but man, you got a little loose there off 4, obviously hitting the inside wall. Is the car damaged, or are you in good shape?
Oh, car's fine. I just gave it a little kiss right there at the end of that little spin. I got a little squirrely. I was trying to make sure I didn't run over Richie, and I didn't want to hit a snap around and me to take out a bunch of people. So I bit the bullet, dumped the clutch, and spun myself out to get out the way. So now we got some more work to do instead of starting where I was.
Well, good luck getting back to the front. I know I've seen you race here in the trucks once or twice. How are you feeling about your chances getting through the field here in these Xfinity cars?
I've done the Gen 6 Cup car. We've done the trucks here a few times. I'm not exactly sold on how this feels. It's kind of awkward for me, I think. But, just try to run some consistent laps and see what we can pull out of here for points.
Wish you weren't so awkward, bud. Good luck, man.
I appreciate you.
William Mann Jr. And hey, if you get the joke on that final quote to William Mann Jr., drop in the comments. Let's see how many of you get it right. I did have to remove a word for bleep purposes, but you know. Lights are out on the pace car, getting ready for the green. Kyle Holden, AJ Gonsi on the front. Hinkle and Garmin on the second row. Greg McDaniel, Eric Stoyev the third. Kevin Reed, Mark Dantuma on the fourth row. DJ Kenner and Richie West rounding out the top 10. Pace car about to drop in. Pace car is in. That white line is the restart zone. He fires. Kyle is away. Green in the air. Off into turns 1 and 2. So far, the top 5 go single file. Everybody makes it around. No problems yet. Although it looks like we might have somebody back in the field blinking. Bill Percy is back out on track, 3 laps down at the moment. Kyle Holden starting to break away just a little bit. AJ in second, Garmy in third. Most of the field getting single file. Did hear some of the drivers saying that, oh, Kevin Reed is loose off of turn 4. He comes back up the track. What a save by Kevin Reed. We have to watch that again because no mortal man could make that same move work. Watch this. Doesn't impact anybody else. Gets loose, down into 1 and 2, down to the apron. Gets it straightened up and pulls it back down. Does not impact anybody else. Great save by Kevin Reed. You got to give him credit for the save. It's heartbreaking to lose all that track position, but the save was epic. Jeff Hinkle now up to 4th. This is the kind of track that Hinkle excels at because it is a tire-saving track, although Hinkle did say this season he's going to be a bit more aggressive like he was at the end of the last season. And with these cars, the tire wear, it is a bit different. So he was having to relearn how to save tires for this particular car. Based on his last couple of races, I think he's got it figured out. Eric Stoy now up into 5th. Biggest mover so far is Richie West is up 5 spots from 13th to 8th, but Harley Barletta up 6 spots. Started in 18th, currently in 12th, and Chris Parker started in 23rd, is up to 14th, up 9 spots so far. Parker has a bit of a hot rod. He's coming through a lot of traffic, just coming by Mark Nelson, now up to 13th. AJ Gotzi in 2nd. Garmin in 3rd, running a little bit higher line in 1 and 2. Caution is out. Looks like William Mann Sr. Both of the William Manns have been involved in an incident here tonight. Looks like he gets a bit of a push there. Let's see. Try it from a different angle and see. Down through 3 and 4. Looks like the 20 just drove under him. He goes up the track. Matt Johnston is there. Mark Dantuma barely avoids hitting that one. So Kyle Holden still holding on to the lead. AJ in 2nd, Garmin in 3rd. Was looking to see, we do not have communications with Chris Parker, but he is having one heck of a run tonight. Started 23rd, up to 13th now, and the car still looks clean. Matt Johnston is on pit road. I do think he caught a little bit of that incident. Does have a bit of damage on the front end, so he'll get that fixed. Great to see Cheryl Newman back in the field as well. I hadn't seen her in quite some time. She's currently in 19th after starting in 20th. Look for her to make her way forward here as well. Jeff Hinkle in 4th, Eric Stoy in 5th. William Mann Jr., who started in 10th, now up into, or after that early race incident, dropped all the way to the back, has now made his way back to 15th. Rick Sargent looking at his car as he was involved in that incident a moment ago. Looks like the car is okay. A little bit of rear damage, but nothing significant. Aero, not a huge deal at this track. It does come into play, but it is more of a short track. You drive it as such, and oftentimes this car can it can take a little bit of aero damage without any major slowdown. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Looked like Matt Johnston was having some problems. Green flag in the air there, down and away. Matt Johnston looked like he had gotten a wave around, but had not caught up to the pack yet. So he is about a half a lap down right now, as Kyle Holden gets a big jump on the field again. Here comes Jeff Hinkle and Eric Stoy battling it out. That is for fourth place. Hinkle holding him off for the moment. Here comes Greg McDaniel up on the high side. Greg's second fastest in practice. Looks like he has got quite a piece here. Mark Dantuma in the Chevy making his way forward, but he has to get around the Iceman, DJ Kenner. And here comes Richie West. Richie did not get a lot of practice due to technical difficulties. Doesn't seem to have impacted him too terribly much as he continues to make his way forward. Harley Barletta is up 8 spots into 10th now. Chris Parker now up into 11th place after starting 23rd, continues his march to the front. Matt Johnston is continuing to lose ground. Bill Percy still trying to recover a couple of his laps. And it looks like William Mann Sr. is in the pack now, but a lap down. Kyle Holden starting to pull away, or pulling away from AJ Godsey. Garmin right there, looking like he might be a bit faster than the 2 cars in front of him, just struggling to get around AJ. Eric Stoy, the new father, up 3 spots into 4th now. Jeff Hinkle in 5th. And let's see who's in the middle of the thick of it. Let's take a lap around here with Chris Parker as he continues his charge towards the front. Across the start-finish line, down into 1 and 2. You see how bumpy this track is. Moving up half a lane and fighting it off the turns. Down into 3 and 4. Again, very bumpy. Running a higher line. Keeps you out of the bumps, but he is angling it down. Late apexing. And, oh, I think he got the wall just a little bit there. Back down into 1 and 2, and you see how much the car is bouncing around. The trucks actually bounce here a lot worse. This is probably the smoothest of the 3 NASCAR cars here. Looking forward to the day we see some X-Cal street stocks at the Nashville Fairgrounds. That will be a fun race. Kyle Holden, AJ Godsey, and David Garmin are gaining very quickly on Matt Johnston. Matt really needs a caution here to stay on the lead lap. Caution! Matt Johnston got the caution he needed. And it looks like William Mann Sr. is involved. Goes down into 1 and 2. Oh, the 75 just runs out of space. I believe that was Mark Dantuma. As it looks like we're about to see our first round of pit stops. Mark Dantuma just gets on the back bumper. Kyle Holden, AJ Godsey, and David Garmin all stay out. Everybody behind them is on pit road. Aaron, you act as if I know things like that. All right, let's see. Oh, Kyle Holden is on pit road now. AJ Godsey and David Garmin are staying out. Hey, Garmy, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey.
Hey, you know, you're 36 laps into this. Most of the field hit pit road. You and AJ staying out. Is that the right call here, and are you concerned?
No, absolutely not the right call. We got screwed by iRacing as we were going into 3 before any of us could fucking catch it. Excuse my language. Before any of us could catch the pit lane and opened, we were already past it, so everybody behind us, because we had a gap, was able to get on pit road. So I think me and AJ are just gonna stiff for it and see how long we can stay in one piece. But no, this is not the right call. I definitely would like tires right now, but we'll see.
All right, man. Good luck, and hopefully you guys can at least stay out of trouble on this restart.
Yeah, we'll see. It's still a long race. We've got 80-something laps to go, so if we'll figure it out.
Just remember, restarts are tricky on old tires. Don't pull a Canadian restart.
No, I ain't worried about it.
All right, good luck, buddy.
See ya.
All right, apologies for the language. David Gorman, AJ Gotzi and Gorman, just due to a weird iRacing timing thing, end up not getting to pit road. So they are going to have an extra set of tires, but they will be the 2 slowest cars on the track. This could get very interesting very, very quickly here for the 2 of them. Everybody coming down the back straightaway. Garmin trying to get a little bit of a jump, trying to pass the pace car, it looked like. Pace car dropping in. Old tires up front. Shout out to Jason Rome. That joke was for you, by the way, buddy. Green flag is in the air. AJ gets a good jump to the front. I imagine Garmin was being cooperative on that one. Here comes Eric Stoy now in 3rd. Greg McDaniel in 4th. A lot of side by. Look at Chris Parker. 3 wide into turn 3. Can he make it stick? Parker just shoots it, and they're 3 wide off right behind. Harley Barletta got the wall. Caution is out. And it looks like DJ Kidder involved. The Iceman out of turn 4 just gets loose right in front of Richie West. Everybody makes it by him safely. I knew you did, Jason. That would have just been poetry right there. All right, everybody is probably going to stay out except for the front 2. Will we see AJ and Garmin? No, AJ does not come to pit road. Neither does Garmin. Eric Stoy up there on fresh tires in 3rd place. Greg McDaniel, everybody behind AJ and Garmin are on fresh tires. They're going to try and stick it out as long as they can. DJ Kenner, the only driver on pit road, going in for some repairs. And we did see what looked like Harley Barletta into the outside wall. Let's see if we can get a word. Hey, Harley, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, what's up, Doug? How's it going?
Hey, I have to ask, man, you guys came off of 3 and 4, 3 wide right before the caution came out. It looked like you might have given the wall a little bit of a kiss there.
I did on the first run. That last time I did not. I got out of the throttle. I had no choice. Also,
it did look a little bit sketchy there going 3 wide into the turn, but I'm really impressed that you guys held on to it like that.
yeah, and all these guys are running real tight and real nice and clean tonight. Hopefully we can just keep it clean ourselves and get up there.
You were on an early race charge toward the front, up 8 spots before the pit stops. Can you continue marching your way up there? Can you get into the top 5?
Oh, yeah, pretty sure we can. We just got to avoid what we can and stay out of trouble.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
Harley Barletta pulled off the win at Daytona, looking for win number 2. Garmin and AJ still up front. Restart could get a little tricky here with these 2 on old tires, as we mentioned. But it will be AJ Gotzi, David Gorman on the front row. Eric Stoy, Greg McDaniel will have the second row. Jeff Hinkle, Mark Dantuma now up into the third row. Richie West, Chris Parker, the fourth row, Kyle Holden, and Austin Hable rounding out the top 10. Chris Parker, that was an insane move into turn 3. How he made that stick is just truly an impressive move, but he has continued his march. Started 23rd all the way up to 8th right now. He is having one heck of a run tonight. You know, Jason, I'd tell him that, but I think the more he drinks, the faster he gets. That has been the pattern that we have seen in the past. Pace car diving in. Out of turn 3, here they go. AJ fires, green flag in the air. Him and Gorman get a really good restart on that one. They got a little bit of a gap back to Eric Stoy on fresh tires. Oh, Hinkle started to push up, and then there is a chain reaction going on behind. Everybody saves it. Chris Parker definitely took advantage of it. Looked like Hinkle got a little bit of a push off the turn, had to back out of it. AJ and Garmin still holding on to the lead, but Eric Stoy is right there and does have fresh tires. Last time by, 0.2 of a second faster. Oh, it does look like lap time fall off here has not been real bad yet for them. Last time by, Garmin and AJ both about 0.4 off their fastest lap. Eric Stoy now underneath Garmin. Garmin has got to get back down and shut the door, or he will get freight trained here when Eric clears and leaves the door open, because Greg McDaniel is right there. Garmin is fighting back on the high side. AJ up front still. Eric Stoy still. Caution is out. Looks like Kevin Reed may have been involved. Let's see. Off into turn number 3. Harley. Oh! Harley gets together with the 66. Kevin managed to avoid it. Let's see if we can get another look at that one. Harley Barletta down into the turn. Just a little bit of a love tap, but you're so loose going in and out of the turns here that any tap at all can send you around very, very easily. Trying to see who that was in the 66. One of the newer drivers. Austin Hable. Obviously, Austin, the number 42, but his paint scheme showing the 66. So it's Austin Hable and Harley Barletta getting together. All right. Sorry, I got the Gatorade delivery there, and I got startled by it. Jason, you make a valid point. AJ and Garmin did not come to pit road this time either. How long are they going to try and run this one before they come to pit road? Fuel mileage, not a huge factor here tonight with these cars. They're not going to... They can make it on a single pit stop at this track, especially with the caution laps. One pace lap, generally speaking, one pace lap saves you a couple of laps of green flag fuel. As they stack back up, AJ and David Gorman on old tires, Eric Stoy, Greg McDaniel, Jeff Hinkle, Mark Dantuma, Kyle Holden, Chris Parker, Richie West, and William Mann Jr. rounding out the top 10. Pace car is in. Here we go. Off into turn 1. AJ gets a good jump on the field. Back down the back straightaway. They make it that first turn and they can hold. Oh, big wreck back behind. Mark Dantuma's involved. Caution is out. And it looks like Chris Parker really sent it on this restart. Let's take a look at that. See if that might have had something to do with this. Parker through 1 and 2. Remember, Parker has been charging forward this whole race. Parker gets, got in too deep, pushed up into Mark Dantuma. Mark collects Jeff Hinkle in the process. Now, do AJ and Garmin come to pit road this time? Kevin Reed, back in 11th place, has had a couple of issues and managed to keep working his way forward. Let's see if we can get a word with, let's make sure anybody going to pit road this time? No. Hey, Kevin, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, what's going on, Doug?
Hey, it has definitely been an interesting race for you, but you continue to fight your way back toward the front.
Well, I might as well. No fun in the back.
I know it got a little exciting for you there earlier, but that save, that was just beautiful.
I just didn't want to bring the caution out, so I just kind of caught it down. It just pulled it to the freaking pit exit and hoped that I didn't come up and hit anybody coming up back off of it. You know what I mean? It was exciting, but
well, man,
it was a lap.
It was beautiful, and you had a great save. Managed to stay on the lead lap and still in the fight.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, a little excitement on a pace lap involving DJ Kenner. Let's see what happened here. DJ has to check up, and it looked like, wow. We'll have to get a word with race control here in a moment. It looked like Austin Habel tried to come down. There wasn't room for it. I have no... Let's see if we can talk to race control. Obviously, something wonky. As they stack back up for the restart, we'll get the green flag. Then we'll get Topher in here and find out what the heck just happened. I thought about it. I really thought about it, Jason, but I decided not to be mean. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. AJ and Gorman still have not been to pit road. Chris Parker continuing his march up to 4th. Greg McDaniel on the move up to the high side. Parker's got one heck of a run going here tonight. And Eric Stoy is all up the back bumper of David Gorman here. Don't know how much caution. Richie West involved right below Harley Barletta. Oh, got a little bit of the apron out of 4. Goes around. All right, let's see if we can get a word with our race control. Hey, Topher, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah. Gotcha. How's it going, Doug?
Well, probably better than you right now, I'm guessing.
It's a little bit of a challenge right now because I've got them wrecking each other under everything else, and they're wrecking under caution, and it's fun.
Well, I have to ask about that incident under the caution. Obviously, we saw that. It looked like Austin just turned down into DJ. Was that accidental, or is there a story there we have missed?
He his headset came unplugged, and then he was begging for an EOL.
I see.
So I feel bad penalizing somebody because they did something stupid, but it wasn't intentional. He owned up to it. They didn't lose too many positions out of it. I was focused on another incident at the time, so I didn't even know what happened.
Well, man, good luck. It looks like things are getting exciting, and with 2 guys out there on extremely old tires, it might get even more exciting here in a minute.
Oh, I don't know if I could take it. I don't know if my little ticker can take this excitement.
Good luck, buddy. Take a shot if you have to.
Yeah, at least one. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it. Have fun,
problem.
man.
Hey, if you want to have some real fun, Jason Rowe made a suggestion. He said, go ask Kevin Reed if he wants to smoke.
Oh, no, I'm not touching that one. There's 2 of them. It's him and Garmin. I'm not touching either of them. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate your help there, buddy.
All right, good luck, man.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right, Topher Baltimore. Definitely having an interesting night in race control here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. This could get very entertaining before it's all said and done. Technical difficulties caused the Austin Hable DJ Kenner incident. DJ managed to stay in 11th at the moment, but heavy front end damage on that car. Austin, as we heard, got a penalty. He is currently back in 13th, and Bill Percy got the waiver round. He lost a couple laps early on. He is back on the lead lap. Can he bring the mellow yellow car to the front? Get it, Bill. Worth noting, we just passed halfway, and the 2 leaders are the only 2 who have not been to pit road. Caution laps helping the fuel situation, but really helping the tire situation these 2 guys are in. All right, everybody stacks back up side by side. Still AJ and Garmy up front. Eric Stoy, Chris Parker on the second row. Kyle Holden, Greg McDaniel on the third. Harley Barletta, Jeff Hinkle on the fourth row. Kevin Reed and William Mann Jr. back in the top 10, both having early race incidents, sending them to the back of the field. What a comeback they are having. But watch that 19 car. He is on the move tonight. Green is in the air. AJ gets another great jump. Garmin into second. Eric Stoy in third on the bottom, but Chris Parker getting the tires up to temp. We could see him make another power move off into 3 before long. Kyle Holden now in fourth. Greg McDaniel. Oh! Holden gets together with Parker. And caution is out. Kyle Holden had a bit of a run underneath Parker there. And Parker's massive charge to the front just got stopped. Great save by Parker to not get into anybody else. And it looks like DJ might have had an incident on track as well again. Right after the caution came out, I'm wondering if the engine blew because he pulls over, he stops, toes to pit road. Good luck, Jason. Garmin is on pit road. AJ Godsey staying out. See if we can get a word with AJ. Hey AJ, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
How long are you going to run that set of tires?
Doug, at this point, I think I'm committed to going to the end. With all these cautions, I don't want to get back there at this point. That first caution when everybody came in, me, Kyle, and Dave missed it because when they opened pits, we didn't have time in such a sharp turn there. We just couldn't get in.
I know with these pace laps, fuel has got to be close. I know you can go about 100 laps here on a tank of fuel, even under green. Can you make it to the end on fuel?
That's the other big question. I'm just praying. I'm keeping it on the bottom here under caution, trying not to use fuel up. So, like I said, at this point, I think I'm committed.
Well, good luck, man. Hopefully your fuel and tires hold out.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Let's talk a little bit about the tires. In a Cup car, it's a little bit easier to save. These cars have less downforce. They're a little harder to drive, so you do get more tire wear out of them. Jeff Hinkle mentioned that a couple of weeks ago, or last week rather, when we interviewed him. And obviously that might be a huge issue. Can AJ make it to the end on his set of tires here? Getting word, DJ the Iceman Kenner has retired from the race. He was having a very rough night, and DJ is one of the ones that can always make a comeback. So if he's out, obviously dire straits for that team. Bryce, I'll have to look here in just a little bit, buddy. I have not. Heartbreak seeing DJ out of the race, but looking forward to seeing him back in here next week. AJ Godsey, 74 laps on that set of tires. Fuel with the pace laps will be close, but he should. I think he'll make it. I think he can. And he's thinking he can. Although, with all the fresh tires behind him, if they start coming by and then another caution comes out, I guarantee you we'll see him on pit road. But now AJ and Eric Stoy have the front row. Garmin back in 18th, but he has fresh tires and fuel. And pace car in, green flag in the air. Here we go. AJ gets another good jump on the field. Now hopping to the bottom to hold and protect his line. Eric Stoy in second. Greg McDaniel now up to third. Harley has made his way up into fourth. Kevin Reed now up to fifth. Hinkle in sixth. William Mann Jr. seventh. Ian Ogden in eighth. Mark Dantuma in ninth. And Aaron Mason up to 10th. Caution! Kyle Holden involved this time. Oh, they went 3 wide off of turn 4. Chris Parker, Kyle Holden. Couldn't even tell 100% where that one ended. Or where that one began, rather. Let's take a different angle at this one. There is Kyle. Everybody right in front of him. Oh, Bill Percy pushed up into Chris Parker. And chaos ensued. They're 3 wide. Bill Percy still out on track. Looking to see. Chris Parker had such a great run early on in the race. Let's see if we can get a good look at the car. He's going to go into pit road for repairs and needs them. He still has time. He had charged up to the front in 40 laps earlier. Probably pull it off again. And the drivers are making Topher nervous. That's scary. Let's see if we can get a word with Greg. Hey, Greg, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. It has been an exciting night for you. A couple of very close calls out there.
Yeah, thank goodness. Otherwise, I'd probably be falling asleep at the wheel. So, yeah, avoided trouble so far. Trouble's only going to grow, I think. So hopefully I can get through these last 40 laps clean.
Well, I know you've got old tires and Eric Stoy there with the same level of tires. Do you have the speed to get past Eric, and can you find a way around AJ?
AJ hasn't pitted yet, so his tires are older, but it's been, I don't know, we haven't run that many green flag laps. It was 50 laps ago when we pitted. So if I can get a good jump on Eric here on the restart and we can stay clean, I might have better tires at the end to try something on AJ.
Well, good luck, man. It's going to be an exciting one toward the finish. Hopefully you can keep that car out of trouble.
Thank you, Doug. Talk to you later.
I really hope I just Topher, make sure I put Greg back in the right place. Hey, Zach, how's it going, buddy? So AJ Gotzi on his original set of tires. I think the fuel question is no longer a question. With 40 laps to go and as many pace laps as we have had here, I'm pretty certain AJ can make it on fuel from here. However, Eric Stoy on fresh tires will start on the outside, and Harley Barletta, Greg McDaniel, both extremely fast drivers here. That could be a big problem for AJ right about now. Here they come out of turn 4. AJ fires early. Green is back in the air. And Greg almost got the big run under Eric Stoy. Can he get the nose in? Not yet. Eric gets a good run off turn 2, quickly running down AJ Gotzi. And if you couldn't tell, these two are teammates. So, you know he's not going to drive him too roughly here. Single file through the top 5. All the action back behind as William Manju. Caution! Chris Parker involved again from an awesome run early on in the race to trouble here late. Chris got to the high side on Bill Oh! Bill gets into Kyle Holden just a little bit, drifts up the track. Chris Parker gets caught by it, and I believe that was Cheryl Newman involved. Yes, it was. Bill Percy and Chris Parker both have to tow to pit road. Chances of those drivers winning after Bill had had such a great recovery to get himself back to the lead lap. A heartbreak there for him. Harley Barletta, the biggest mover now. Chris Parker has made his way up to 4th after starting in 18th. Kevin Reed now up to 5th. Jeff Hinkle, William Mann Jr. is now in 7th. Hinkle in 6th. Ian Ogden now up into 8th. Mark Dantuma in 9th. And Austin Habel in 10th. Austin had a rough start to this one. Great job making a comeback here. Involved in a couple of earlier incidents. And both Chris Parker and Bill Percy have retired from the race. AJ Gotzi and Eric Stoy will have the front row. Greg McDaniel, Harley Barletta on the second row. Kevin Reed, Jeff Hinkle on the third row. William Mann Jr., Ian Ogden now in the 4th row. Mark Dantuma and Austin Habel rounding out the top 10. Richie West was involved in an earlier incident. He is now back up into 11th. Garmin Obviously the tire situation, he went all the way back to 18th after that pit stop. Remember, he stayed out for a long time. Finally went to pit road on lap 71. Now looking to charge back toward the front. AJ still out there on his original set of tires. Out of turn 4, Barney the flag man saying 1 to green. They'll stack back up side by side. Good evening, Parkman. Mark D'Antuma currently running in 9th, but he has that Chevy power tonight, so I'd expect him to come flying forward. He doesn't have a Ford that will break on him. Just over 30 laps to go as they come to the green flag. AJ fires, green flag back in the air. Eric Stoy now in 2nd. Here comes Greg McDaniel and Harley Barletta side by side. Looking back, it looked like Garmin was going to go 3 wide through 1 and 2. Hasn't committed to that yet, but he is looking to make his way back up toward the front. Although a lot of door banging as they come off of turn 4. Garmin looking high on Richie West. Garmin in practice was running a bit of a different line, doing the late apex. Harley Barletta has cleared Greg McDaniel for 3rd. Greg back to 4th. Kevin Reed still holding on to 5th. Jeff Hinkle in 6th. William Mann Jr. in 7th. Mark D'Antuma up to 8th now. Heavy damage to the back of that car from the earlier incident where he went into the got pushed up into the wall, but he is sticking it out and continuing to advance. Garmin starting to move forward again. Oh, it's getting a little bit close with Austin Abel there off of turn 2. Can't quite get there yet. Aaron Mason in the 75 got caught in an earlier incident too, trying to make his way forward. He started in 21st, up to 13th. A great run overall tonight. AJ Godsey just ran the fastest lap of the race on 94 lap old tires. A 19.33. Apparently the old tire strategy is working here tonight for him. Mike Smith cheering on Eric Stoy and telling him to get that win for that newborn baby boy. 25 laps to go, and how AJ is doing this is unbelievable. He is pushing away, pulling away. Remember, Eric Stoy has fresher tires, but apparently at this point they have equalized the field. Most of the field pitted on lap 35. AJ Godsey has not been to pit road in this race. Worth noting, Garmin, who was up in 2nd place before that pit stop on lap 71, he dropped all the way back to 18th. He is now back in 9th. Oh! Looked like Ian Ogden had a little bobble off turn 4, manages to save it. Only lost 1 position. Richie West now up into 10th. Harley Barletta in 3rd, trying to reel in AJ and Eric, but right behind Greg McDaniel in 4th. Kevin Reed in 5th and Jeff Hinkle in 6th. Mark D'Antuma now up into 7th, making his charge toward the front. He's got a Garmin on his back bumper. AJ has a half-second lead. I do not know how this is possible. Looks like Eric has found some speed here. Might be closing that gap just a little bit. The fact that AJ pulled away He got a good jump on the last restart, but Eric Stoy had caught back up to him very quickly, and then AJ drove away. He's been out there 100 laps on those tires. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, here they come. And I think AJ might have had a little bobble on that one. Looked like he might have had a little problem off of turn 4 last time by. There it is. His back end is definitely kicking out off the turns. But he is still holding 0.4 of a second gap on Eric Stoy. This is flat amazing. Harley in 3rd, Greg McDaniel in 4th, and Jeff Hinkle in 5th, but Kevin Reed trying to hold on to 5th, and look who's behind him, Gourmet up to 7th. William Mann Jr. now up into 8th after that early race caution. Mark Dantuma is suddenly drifting back. He is now back into 10th, still holding on to the top 10, but Eric Stoy still trying to close down that half-second gap on AJ. This is I don't think there's words to express just how awesome AJ is doing this right now. Oldest tires on the track, has not been to pit road. He's had enough pace laps. Fuel should not be an issue here. Mark Dantuma has continued his sudden, oh, right in front of him. Kyle Holden and Richie West have a little, look like Kyle might have given him a little bump there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Kevin Reed goes high off of turn 4. Now Richie's got to run underneath. And wow, they are really going at it here in the mid-pack. Richie's got to run down on the bottom, but Kevin Reed not giving up easily. Of course, we saw Kyle bumping him along. They clear Kevin Reed. Now Richie up to 8th, Kyle to 9th. Kevin Reed back into 10th. Greg McDaniel has run down and caught Harley Barletta. Does he have time? 10 laps to go to get past him. And AJ's lead is now 1.2 seconds. He gets into lap traffic now, though. Rick Sargent right in front of him is about to lose a lap in 17th place. How is AJ doing this? As Harley Barletta and Greg McDaniel go at it. Greg's got to run down to the bottom. Harley holding on to the high side, trying to hold on to that top 3 finish. AJ Godsey still more lap traffic ahead. Looks like Cheryl Newman and I believe William Mann Sr. Oh, Cheryl gets a big push into turn 3, almost getting into the back of William Mann Sr. And it's got to be not what AJ wants to see happening right in front of him right about now. AJ's lead now 1.6 seconds. This lap traffic is definitely not what he wants, but it is definitely something Eric Stoy wants to see. The longer AJ is battling with lap traffic, the quicker he's going to be able to get there. AJ goes high on Cheryl Newman off the turn. Cheryl is going side by side with William Mann Sr. AJ couldn't find a way. William Mann Sr. is in the wall. AJ looking low, can't quite get there. 5 laps to go. Eric Stoy is now within a second again. Greg McDaniel also closing in. Harley Barletta is coming. And look who's up back in the top 5. David Gorman. Pitted on lap 71. Fell all the way back to 18th from second place. Just due to the pit strategy. He has now made his way back up into 5th. And going for 4th under Barletta. 4 laps to go. AJ finally clearing Cheryl Newman and opening the gap again. Now 1.2 seconds over Eric Stoy in second. Greg McDaniel in third. Now Garmin in fourth. 3 laps to go. Can Garmin get into the top 3 here? What a wild, wild night this one has been. But 2 laps to go for AJ Godsey, going for 2 wins in a row here tonight. Comes off of turn 2, shouldn't. I don't believe he will catch the lap traffic on this last lap. White flag is in the air for AJ Godsey. Start to finish, no pit stops. Started in second and made his way to first after that first cycle of pit stops. Nobody has been able to beat him. Out of turn 4. Never took tires or fuel. Still, oh, he gets loose off of 4 on the last lap. I'm not sure that was him getting loose or just showing off at this point. Let's see if we can get a word with the top 3. Let's start with Greg McDaniel. Hey Greg, it's Doug. You got me?
Go ahead, Doug.
Hey, well, congratulations on a top 3 run. It looks like you really came alive that last 20 or 30 laps.
Yeah, I was trying to save the tires a little bit, and then we got into lap traffic, and it was fun to get around Harley. Harley blitzed me on that last restart. He did a good job, and I think I just kind of took it easy, and I was able to get back by him. I probably had a little bit better tire than he did. I don't even know if he might not even, working up from the back, he might not have even stopped the whole race.
Let's see. Well, he actually, I don't think my numbers are right. It shows no, that's not right. But yeah, he did stop, I believe, on lap 35. So obviously you guys equal tires, but you were just the faster driver tonight.
Yep, it's always fun beating the good guys like that. So I had a good time tonight, and luckily I was up in front of all the carnage and had a good time.
Well, congratulations, buddy. Another great run.
Thanks, Doug. We'll be talking to you, I hope.
I'm sure we will. All right, Greg McDaniel pulls off 3rd place. Let's see if we can talk to Eric. Hey, Eric, it's Doug. You got me?
I'm here, Doug.
Hey, I have to ask, that last run, he got the jump on you on the restart, you closed right up, and then he just suddenly was off like a shot. Did you just not have anything? And him being your teammate, I have to ask, do you know how he pulled that off?
He's just better. I would just say that, but also I'd rather just keep it clean the whole time. I mean, there's probably some chances I could have done like a bump and run or got my nose under there, but I just like to keep it clean, and I was content with second.
Well, I gotta say, a 2nd place finish. I know we had a couple of guys cheering you on, hoping you get that win for your new son, but man, still an awesome race tonight, and coming home with a 2nd place finish is definitely a great finish.
Oh yeah, I was happy. No, I mean nothing wrong with it. First race back in a while, but we just go on to the next track and see what I got there.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Great run, and I hope you get some sleep.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
All right, I am going to use a wordy dirt in this conversation, so my apologies. AJ, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
All right, I generally watch what I say when I'm broadcasting, but I have to ask this one question. How in the hell did you pull a 1.5 second gap on 100 lap old tires?
Well, honestly, when they went in pitted, Hinkle and Eric both their tires were still at 97%. So like the fall off really wasn't bad due to all the cautions. And I think the multiple cautions that kept stacking up allowed me to keep my tires cool, and I really didn't have to use them to that last 30 lap run there.
Well, man, it was crazy. Now, how many laps of fuel did you have left? How good were you?
I have 1.6 gallons left, so I could have probably went about another 10 laps. All the cautions kind of helped me.
Yeah, that definitely. I mean, usually here in a truck Xfinity, even in a cup car, you can go almost 100 laps easily on a tank of fuel, a little bit over sometimes. But man, 120 laps, no pit stops, and that's probably going to be the most dominant win we'll ever see.
Yeah, I was just fortunate though, because I think Kyle and Dave definitely are both faster than me on fresh tires there. It seemed like I don't know what would have happened had we got a long run together, but I definitely think them two are the better cars.
Well, man, it was an epic race. A second win in a row as well. Obviously, last season's champion off to a good championship start.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. I just hope to keep the momentum rolling here.
All right, congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, AJ Godsey pulls off the second win in a row, 120 laps, no pit stops, still has fuel and tires left, even to give us a little bit of a show off here as he celebrates this win. Congratulations, what a night of racing. It was awesome. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. Jones BS Racing League is back tomorrow night, and a lot of great racing throughout the week. You don't want to miss any of it. Make sure you're following on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and I think that's it. YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube. Don't forget the YouTube where this video will be here in just a little bit. Congratulations to AJ Godsey, win number 2. Have a great night.